This is our holiday gift from us to you. It's a full body strength and stretch class. You don't need any weights. Anybody can do it. We hope you bring the whole family into this class and you can do any time of day over the busy period. The first half of the class is going to be body weight strength, followed by a full body stretch. So let's get into it. So we're going to start with a horse stance. So start with your feet close together and we're going to do 5 feet to bring us into a wide stance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point those toes forward. From here, sink the hips down. Now you want to keep your spine in neutral. So just check your lower back. Make sure you're not tucked under or sticking your bottom out. See if you can get your hips in line with your knees and press those knees out to make sure they're not collapsing. Hands out in front, or you can hold them across your chest. Chest is upright, sink down. We are going to do 30 seconds here to start with. So sink nice and low. Chest is up, knees are pressing out, toes are pointing forward. You have got this, team. A really strong start for our class here. Take some nice deep breaths. Maybe sink a little lower. Keep that chest upright. Maybe come a little lower if you can. Breathe. Think happy thoughts for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those legs in. You can shake them out. We're going to come back into our wide stance. So you can do those 5 feet again if you like, or come to any width that feels good for you. This time the toes can be slightly pointing out here. We're going to keep a flat back as we hinge over this wide leg. So you're going to go to a point before your back rounds and then press through those feet and come back up. So it's a hinge from our pelvis. I like to bring my hands behind my lower back to make sure that part stays in neutral and I'm not rounding. As you warm up into this one, you might come a little lower. You really want to feel the backs of the legs as you press the heels into the ground and come back up. If you want to advance this exercise a little bit, you could reach the hands above your head and continue. And then press and come up. For 4, and press. You can do it. 3, and press. 2, and press. Last one here, hinge and up. So good. Bring those feet in. For this next one, we're in a split stance. I've got my right foot forward, I step my left foot back, and my heel is elevated. So from here, we have got one hinge, just like before. The standing leg is straight. If you want to slightly bend it, of course you can. So make sure it's comfortable. One hinge here. You want to feel that length in the back of that leg. Push the heel down and come up. From here, keep those hips square, keep the chest up. 1 split stance squat. So if you can get the knee down, chest up, that's awesome, but you go to a range that works for you. All right, hinge and up, squat. That's 2. Hinge and up, squat. We want to keep a nice controlled pace here. And squat. Hinge. So we're working on the length and the strength of this back of the leg here. Remember, flat back only, so you're only going to go as far as you can maintain that flat back. Good. Let's go for 3 more here. And up. 2. Last one, team. You can do it. We're almost there. And up. All right, split. Change the stance here. Hips square. We hinge on this side. Really push the heel down, engage the back of the leg as you come up, and then squat. If you feel any knee pain at a certain range, you might only go half range, okay? So you choose. 3. We don't want to push through pain. 4, but maybe as you warm up to this one, your range might increase. 5, we're halfway. 6, awesome fam. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, nice work. We've got one more for these legs standing. So we're going to come back to into our wide stance here. Toes can be slightly pointing out, so the knees in line with those toes. We're going to bend into the left leg as we keep the right leg straight. So coming down as low as what feels comfortable while you keep that foot flat on the ground. Push to the heel and come up. Coming down, so we'll do the same side. So same side, let's go 10 times. 9, 8. If you want to add in a twist to that side, that might feel good. A little internal rotation. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one on this side before we switch to the other side. And we go. Bending that leg while we keep the other leg straight. So getting that inner thigh going. Again, if you want to add the twist towards that side we bend, you can add that in. Halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Nice work, team. We're going to come down to all fours when you're ready. So coming down onto the mat, make yourself comfy. Hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Now, if you want to bring your knees slightly closer to your hands, especially if you have maybe weaker wrists, you can do that. That's going to make it easier. Thumbs lifted here, elbows straight. We're going to come up onto your first knuckles here and lower down. So you can bring those knees right in close if you have to, until you build up the strength in these wrists here. I have the elbows pointing forward, up, and we control down. Really try not to lean back in this one. Keep those shoulders right over the wrist. Good. Keep going. I'm going to go for 5 more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. You give those wrists a shake if you need to. So this next one, we're going to come into a down dog, and then we're going to move into a plank. So as you bring the hands shoulder width apart, tuck your toes and lift on up to your down dog. Just take a moment here if you need to, just to kind of get your shape into your body. Take a full breath, and then when you're getting ready, we're going to roll out to your plank. So roll, 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 roll. And once you get to your plank here, you can drop the knees if you like. The choice is yours for your full push-up. So you want to have chest down towards the ground, and we press up. So you're just going to drop the knees for that push-up if you like, and then you tuck the toes, press back to your down dog. All right, let's see if we can get 10 here, guys. We roll out. That was 1. Drop the knees if you like, push up, press away, back to your down dog. 2, roll out. 3, roll out. And press back. 4, roll out. Maybe you even just hold your plank if that's what you have to build up. Roll out. Halfway. 6, 7, and back. 8, and press. 2 more. 9. Yes, last one here, team. And 10. And down. Awesome work. Come down onto your knees. Shake out your wrists if you need to. All right, so this next one, we're going to come onto our side for some side plank. Elbows tucked in underneath you, knees are stacked. You want one long line in your front body. So push those feet back behind you so the knees aren't in front. If you want to add a little more, extend that top leg to straight, bottom leg bent. So from here, we're going to press up into our star here, reaching the arm up. So we make a full star, little pause at the top, and then come down. 1, up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should we hold this last one? Little hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Switch sides. This is our last strength exercise before we move into our stretch, so you can do it. We're almost there. Top leg straight, bottom leg bent, push that foot back, tuck this elbow in, press away, and let's go. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's hold it. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, let's meet on all fours again. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So we're gonna do some cat-cow, but articulated. So start by dropping the spine, lifting the head, chest, and tailbone. We start with the lower back as it tucks under and rounds, then the middle back rounds, and then the upper back rounds. Press the hands and knees into the ground. Then the lower back extends, middle back extends, upper back extends, and we look up. So again, from the tailbone, round, think of your body moving in thirds. Upper back, round, lower back, extend, middle back drops, upper back drops, looking up. And again, round the lower back, round the middle back, round the upper back, and then drop, tailbone to the sky, middle back drop, shoulder blades draw together. Let's do one more. Tuck under and round. Takes a little while and practice for your mind-body connection with this one. If you feel like it's all working together, that's okay. And looking up, so good. From here, bring the right foot in front. So sweep it in front here, hands just on the inside of the foot and knee. And you can tuck the back toe and scoot that knee back a little further. Let's just take a few deep breaths in this hip stretch here. If you need some blocks underneath the hands to make it a little easier, you can do that. Bring the floor up, press those hands into the ground, beam the chest forward. You can even have that inner thigh into your shoulder there. And with this one, you might like to press the shoulder and the thigh in towards each other for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then kind of let it relax. Good. You might even want to just shift the pelvis a little bit left to right. Another one here I really like is the right hand on the inside of the knee. And from here you can press and kind of roll open to the outside edge of that foot and press that thigh away from you as your shoulder reaches away. You can even do that a couple of times, or you can just hold it. Maybe one more. Nice. Coming back to the center, 2 hands in the ground, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. So we've got a little more active in this stretch now. And you can just shift forward and back a few times here. 9. This is just an option. You can always keep the knee down if it feels more comfortable. 8. So really squeeze that left glute, open up the front of the hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Drop the back knee. This time you can have the hands still on the inside of the feet there, tuck the back toe, and then hinge the hips back, and you can rock back to a little runner stretch. This knee can be bent, doesn't have to fully lock, and then you can shift forward again. So you can just shift forward and back a few times here. Let's go 10 and forward. If the knee's uncomfortable, you can bring a little rolled up towel or cushion underneath your knees. Good. 2. Last one. And 1. From here, we're going to sit ourselves up. And you're going to shift to the left. So I've got my right foot in front. We're going to turn to the left, bring this foot behind us, and extend out the right leg. Now you can scoot the bit more distance between the left knee and the right foot, if you like, to give yourself a bit of an inner thigh stretch. And here you can even rock back and forward a couple of times, just to open up in that inner thigh. Good. And then when you have your shoulders over your wrist, the right hand can reach up to the sky, chest to the sky, and then you can thread the needle through. Bend the left elbow if you like. Let's just do 5 here. Open, 4, open, 3, open, 2, last one, open, and 1. Nice work. All right, bring that knee in. We've got to do all that on the other side. So come back to the front. Our left foot goes to the front here, hands on the inside of the left thigh. You can pull the right knee back a little bit. Take a moment in your hip stretch here. You can do that press into the shoulder and knee together if that felt good last time, and then let it go. You can always bring the hand on the inside of the thigh and kind of press it away and open, kind of roll out to the outside of the foot there. And then if you like, if you did it before, you can bring the hands onto the inside there, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, and you can do these little shifts while you really squeeze the bottom to help actively open the front of the hip. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can drop the back knee. If you liked it before, feel free to explore your runner's stretch to hip stretch. If you want to stop at any point, you can. Good. Moving through. Two more. Last one here. So good, team. All right, now you're going to walk yourself around to the right. We might face you, but let's bring, so you want your left leg out to the side and your right knee down. So whichever way you want to get into that, you can. 2 hands underneath your shoulders. You can scoot a little more space between the foot and the knee and do a couple of rocks back and forward. Yes. This is one of my faves. And then when you're ready, shift those shoulders over your hands, big rotation to the sky to the left, and then thread it through. And you can shift the hips back as you thread through. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going to come onto our bellies on our mat, so bringing yourself onto your tummy here, all the way down. Nice. So hands are by your chest, elbows can be to the sky. What's going to happen here is my left leg is going to lift, I'm going to bend it, and I'm going to turn it over towards my right side. So that's going to open the hip up. Yeah, everything else is going to follow as the foot comes down to the ground. So I'm going to end up in a seat. Can you guys see that? From here, this is optional. You can bring the hand down to the ground. So I've got my right hand down, my left knee is bent. You can reach the hips to the sky and look back into a little back bend, and then come back down, sit the bottom down, roll back onto your belly, and you're coming back to your starting point. Bend the right knee, open up so you get that stretch and that twist. Come down, and then back bend if you want to take it. Reach back, look back, and lower. So you can move through this in your own time. Make it work for you. Open the hip, legs, hips, and then reach back and down. Back to your center, and other side. Bend the knee, open here, reach back, lift the hips, and come down. Bend the knee, open, reach back, look back, and back through your center. Bend the knee, open the hip, chest follows. Really nice dynamic stretch. Let's just do one more each side. Bend the knee, open towards your seat, press, and reach back. And come through your center. Last one, bend the knee, open, follow, reach back, look back, and down, back to your center. So good. Press back on your hands. Bring your knees as wide as you need to, feet together. Reach the hands forward and just drop into your child's pose here. Just take a couple of deep breaths really into your back body. Expand the back of your rib cage. And here you can walk the hand, so left hand walks to the left corner and right hand can just follow. If you want a little more, you can even turn that right palm up and then drop the chest. Now we're breathing into the right rib cage. Take some deep breaths. And then walk yourself over to the right corner, reach the left arm to that corner too, maybe turn the palm up and dropping on down through the chest. Some nice intentional big deep breaths in, long breaths out. And then slowly walk yourself up here. You can pull yourself back. You can either go for a kneeling position here, a toes tucked kneeling position, or maybe even a deep squat. So sit yourself down. Just got windy here outside. Close down your eyes and just take a few more breaths in this final position here. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can bring some gratitude to yourself. Say thank you. Thank you, body, for showing up today. I appreciate you. And we'll finish with one more deep breath in and long breath out. You can slowly start to open your eyes, take in your surroundings. If you made it this far, thank you for joining us. I hope you really enjoyed moving your body. Remember, you can take this class as much as you like over the holiday season, and leave us a comment below how it was for you. We love hearing your feedback, and thank you for sharing this video. Make sure you are subscribed, and we hope you have a festive holiday season.